Welcome back to part 2 of this peak week. It is Thursday and it's currently 6:10. Just got up, just done my pictures and my weight to send over to Ewan, which I've just sent across. Just waiting for him to come back to me. It's a bit early yet. He probably won't come back to me for a little while. So I'm going to crack on and get my stuff sorted for the day because I've got a few bits of food that I need to cook. So I'm all prepared and ready for today, as I believe, I'm not 100% sure yet, I believe we're going to start loading today. So I've also just come downstairs and let the dog out. She was really happy to see me this morning. And, you know, the reality is starting to set in a little bit now, which is great. Like, absolutely love this process. The dog crunching biscuits in the background. Plan of attack for today is, I believe we're aiming to start loading today and into tomorrow. So I'm going to take you through that. Thought I would do this in 2 parts because today and tomorrow is going to be quite long. Got quite a lot to do. As I say, I've got food to cook, got my first meal to put together. Got to take the dog out across the field. Then going to head off to the gym, get my last session of this peak week in, which is another upper body session. Then I've got to come home, I've got to pack, I've got to shave, got to sort the stuff out as we're taking the dog up to Holworth's tomorrow. And yeah, hopefully I'll get a chance to sort of get my feet up for the rest of the day, which would be nice. So we decided yesterday that we're going to start to taper water down, as we started to taper it down yesterday. Yesterday was 5.5 litres. Today I'd imagine it's going to be lower. Tomorrow's going to be even lower still. And then, yeah, obviously water gets cut tomorrow night, but I'll go through that with you. So the other intention that I wanted to put behind this as well, which I'll do sort of a bit later on in the video, is I'm going to take you through my reasoning for doing this show, my thoughts and obviously my intentions going into this show and what we're looking to do. And yeah, basically what this weekend means and why I've made this decision. So I'm going to crack on as I'm going to make my gut priming drink, which is something I always do for my high days, just to make sure my stomach's ready for all the food, just to save any bloating or anything like that. And all it is, I've got it written on the fridge, is 30 ml of lemon juice, 15 ml of apple cider vinegar, and I've also got 20 grams of glutamine going in that as well. So I'm going to get that in now whilst I'm fasted before any food touches my system. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the last video. And hopefully this one will give you sort of more of an insight into how the next couple of days run. I know obviously I covered the high days on my build up to my physique show, but this time round is being done slightly differently, obviously with different drugs in the mix. We'll see where the food's going to be at, and then we'll go from there. But I'm going to take you on the journey of this second half with me, and yeah, show you the build up to show day. But before I do anything else, probably should let the dog out for a wee because she's mothering me. Going out. Come here. She is extra chatty this morning, as she has been for the last couple of days, to be honest. Sit. Sit. Ruby, sit. Good girl. Wait. So going in this, got applied nutrition, glutamine, help if I turn the scales on. So as I say, I've got 20 grams of this going in, which is quite a lot. Normally it works out to a couple of heap scoops, he says. $20 grams, 15 ml of apple cider vinegar, which I've been using this one. Aspel, absolutely love Aspel normal cider, which sounds strange because I don't really drink. And then people generally use like fresh honey, but I've just been using Morrison's lemon juice, which you generally put on like pancakes and stuff. This works out fine. It's literally fuck all calories in it, so I'm not particularly bothered. You're probably thinking, oh, surely this tastes gross. But in all honesty, it's not too bad. So then what I normally do is I normally put in 100 ml of hot water. Like so. And then I mix the other half with cold water out the fridge. And that's in my special Deadpool cup. Nice hot cup of fuck coffee. And then all we do is literally just neck it. So the reason why I have that, as I say, it's all about priming the gut, because when we load in with a decent amount of food today, it just means that my gut's ready to handle the food that's going to be going in, because it'll be minimal protein, literally 100 grams of meat. Dog tying me up where they lead. It's literally like 100 grams of meat or so with each meal. And then there'll obviously be a lot of carbs in there as well, from rice cakes, from rice, from honey and that sort of thing. So just make sure that my stomach handles it. Ruby. Just make sure that my gut handles it nicely, that the food goes down okay, doesn't cause any bloating or anything like that. And every time I have that drink, my stomach generally sits pretty well. So it's now 6:20. Don't think he'd have come back to me just yet. It's still quite early. No, he hasn't. But yeah, I'll stick the pictures up here so you can see my check-in anyway. I was going to video it, but then it turns out I didn't actually press record on my camera. So these are the pictures, starting point before the load. I'll then obviously show you the pictures once I've been to the gym and trained later. And chances are today as well that I'll be doing pictures and sending them over every hour and a half after every meal. A lot of people would be like, oh, but you're not an IFBB pro. But because I'm an assisted athlete, because we wanted to sort of land at our best, doing rounds of posing after every meal, every hour and a half, it means we can assess the look as we go on, in case we need to pull food back, in case we can push more food in. And as was the case on my last show, as I ended up having an extra meal before I went to bed, just to get some more food in. So the load may be slightly different this time round, as I say. Like going into the last show, we loaded with quite a lot of food. But then what we've found in terms of feedback that we've picked up over the last couple of days, just with sort of like general baseline food, is that as soon as food goes in, if we put too much water in, it kind of blurs the lines and we kind of lose the lines a little bit, which we don't particularly want. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling. I'm going to go and sit and watch some TV for a bit, wait for you to come back to me about my check-in, and get on with the rest of the day. So this is meal one going in, 100 grams cream of rice, dark chocolate, 100 grams of blueberries. Then I've got 2 large eggs, 2 grams of salt, which I've split across the cream of rice and the eggs, 1 gram of the cream of rice, gram on the eggs, and then morning supplements, which is all the health shit, as you can see in there, followed by 25 milligrams of Anavar, 25 milligrams of Winstrol, 50 milligrams of Proviron. So I'm going to get and eat this and get some water in, go out and walk the dog. And then in about an hour's time, so about 25 past, about 8:30, I'll then be sending pictures across to Ewan. So yeah, let's get this eaten. So that's meal one in and dusted. Went down an absolute treat. As you saw, it tasted as good as it looked. So far it's sitting quite nicely in my stomach. Took the dog out for a walk and had a play with her across the field at the end of our road. So since I've been back, sorted out my pre-workout meal, which is going in the next sort of like 5 minutes or so. I'll then be heading upstairs, having a shower, getting myself ready, heading off to the gym and training, and yeah, just in for another sort of like fluffy, pumpy session. So I'll include the clips in a second after this. Did visuals after meal one and about 750 ml of water, which I'll stick up here so you can have a look for full transparency. And so far we're very happy with the look and how things are changing around, and it's only going to get better as we go along. So once I've been and trained, it'll be in the posing room for post-workout pictures, ping them over to the boss, be eating again about an hour after I've trained. So I'd imagine that'll be somewhere sort of like about 1 o'clock-ish. Then I'll then be heading over to Prophecy in Liverpool for an in-person check-in with Ewan, which again I'll take you along on so you can see what goes down there. A few tweaks to posing. He's going to put me through the rounds a little bit there. And then come back, and then it's a case of packing. One thing I've also done as well is I've just made 2 batches of brownies, which are going to go down post-show. They're going to go down an absolute treat. One batch is Mars with chocolate chip, and then the next batch is like slightly smaller brownies, but they've got melt in the middle Biscoff, so they're going to be an absolute banger, which I'm going to top with Biscoff spread, and then I'm going to try and get some crushed Biscoff biscuits to spread on the top. So anyway, I'm going to get my pre-workout meal in, get showered, get changed, and get myself off to the gym. So this is my second meal going down. In here we've got 100 grams cream of rice, 50 grams of blueberries, 50 grams of raspberries, medium banana which I've buzzed in the air fryer just to give it that little bit of extra flavour, and then 75 grams of chicken on the top there. This one's a credit to Jay Davis. Saw him doing this on his YouTube channel. You're probably thinking, oh, chicken with cream of rice, cue the shit I'm going to get for that. But this meal's going in now, and then yeah, crack on, get showered, and head out. So I'm just doing this segment in the car as I'm running a little bit late. I've got to shoot over to Prophecy in Liverpool to do an in-person check-in with Ewan, which is exciting. I say exciting, he's going to put me through the rounds. So I'll get in with him, I'll set the tripod up, and no doubt there'll be sort of like ramblings and stuff that obviously I'll cut you in on whilst we're in the posing room. But apart from that, I'm going to shoot to the gym. Just on my way there now. It's probably going to take me the next like 15 minutes because I've just hit rush hour, and also Ewan's never on time. For anybody that knows Ewan, he's never on time. I'm always waiting for him. Get in, go through the rounds, get out, eat, come home, chill out for a bit, and then I'm going to shave before I go to bed. Got to shave my head and wet razor everywhere else, which today's the last day that I can do that before going and having my tan done tomorrow. So yeah, I'm going to carry on making my way to the gym, and I'll take you along for the ride with me, see if I can rope you into sticking a mic on, just so that you can hear sort of like a bit more like background information in terms of like posing and that sort of thing. And yeah, we'll crack on from there.
One more round. Go front relax. There you go. So what's going to happen on stage? Good. Quarter turn. Back out. Twist more. Good. Quarter turn. Good. Quarter turn. Back shoulder. There you go. Miles better. Quarter turn. Yeah, front double. There you go, it's better. There you go, miles better. Always look out for that. Perfect. Hold that. Good. Most muscular.
Well, good morning. It is Friday the 10th of October, and we are officially one day out. I'm going to have to make this segment quick because my camera's going to die and it needs to go on charge. But yesterday, honestly, went down an absolute treat. Really enjoyed it. Nice day of loading yesterday. Last night I encountered a few sort of digestive issues, but with the use of Strom Digest Max, it's sorted my stomach out. Massive water shift overnight, which is great. And this morning we've woken up at 171 pounds, 77 kilos. We're looking bigger, we're looking fuller, we're looking rounder, but we've not lost any lines or anything like that. And I'm really happy with this morning's pictures. So pictures are done, sent over to Ewan. I'm just getting my digestive priming drink in. Also made up 500 ml of water, which I'm going to take out with me because we're taking the dog out this morning before anything else goes down. In that time, Ewan should come back to me. Then I'll be back home, sort my first meal out, sort my meals out for the day, have a shower, pack the car, and then head off to Hull. So I'm just going to chill around a little bit until Emma gets up. We'll be leaving here at about 6:30 to go over to the field. And then, as I say, coming back, getting stuff prepared, getting the car loaded, and then hitting the road. So whilst I think about it, and I mentioned these yesterday, these are what I made yesterday afternoon. 3 lots of brownies, or should I say a big brownie, and 2 little ones. These 2 here are both melt in the middle with Biscoff in the middle. They've also got Biscoff on the top with crushed up Biscoff biscuits. Then this one here, big massive brownie, I think has got 2 Mars bars in it cut into chunks, which are in the middle. So these will probably go in the oven or probably in the microwave to heat them up. They'll be nice and gooey. As you can see, like it's all oozing out the sides, but yeah, I can't wait to try these after the show. We're finally on the road after somewhat of a hectic morning. After taking the dog across the field and getting home, having to sort food, finish off packing food to take with us. So I've literally just stopped at Burtonwood Services in Warrington just to get some pictures and send them across to Ewan in dodgy disabled toilet lighting, but it's done. So we've got about an hour and 55 minutes, probably take us slightly longer, probably have to stop again at some point to sort the dog out. And yeah, basically just sit, chill, eat, listen to music, let Emma do the driving. You can see the dog's fluffy head, as I say, it's not Emma's fluffy head in the back. And yeah, finally get to the Airbnb a bit later. So meal timings are kind of evenly spread at the moment. Got another meal coming up in about half an hour or so, and probably get another one in just as I get to the Airbnb before I head off for my tan, which is at 5 o'clock. So as you've probably seen by the pictures, definitely well due a tan. But anyway, I'm gonna just sit and chill, put the camera down for a bit, drink my coffee, nice black Americano with nothing in it apart from ice, which, yes, ice, calorie free. And yeah, I'll catch up with you in Hull. So we finally made it to the Airbnb. I thought I would sort of do like a little short piece while I'm here. The drive wasn't too bad. Got one meal in, should I say, on the way there, which I ended up kind of timing in with like going to the services. And yeah, it went down really quite well. Also got 1/4 of a diazide in as well with that same meal. And I've been tracking my water intake, but I honestly couldn't tell you what it is. So I'm literally just eating my next meal 100 grams cream of rice, 100 grams of mixed fruit between raspberries and blueberries, got a medium banana, 10 grams coconut oil, and then I've also got 15 grams of honey using Trained by JP. I think it's double chocolate cream of rice. So looking forward to tucking into this. Then I've got, I don't know what the time is now, 3:05. So get this meal in, chill out for about an hour or so, hour and a half. Quickly send some pictures over to you, and then I'm heading over to Workout Gym here in Hull to have my base coat of tan done, and then probably come back, get some more pictures done, get a meal in me, which I'm probably going to take with me because I never really know how long the tan takes. It's always difficult to gauge. Just watching some crap on YouTube, going to get this meal eaten, and then kick back and chill out. So on the way here, we stopped at Burton Wood Services, as you saw in the previous segment, where I took pictures in the disabled toilet, which was fun. I'll drop them up here somewhere. Then when we got into Hull, we still had about an hour or so before we could get into the B&B. So ended up doing more pictures in the car park of a swimming pool, sent them over to Ewan, and he's happy. So we're drying out nicely, separations are coming through, and glutes have tightened up, conditions coming through, but the lighting in the car park was pretty shit. So I'll also drop them here somewhere as well, so you can have a look at those. So yeah, once I've got this eaten, as I say, I'm going to go to get my tan done. Then when I get back, it'll be a case of sort of like playing it by ear in terms of what I do with food. Last meal will probably go in at about 9-ish, I would say. Obviously depending on what Ewan decides and like where we go from there. So yeah, I'm going to get this eaten, watch some YouTube, and then chill out for a bit. So this is the meal in itself. Looks like an absolute car crash, but to be honest, the flavours that are going on in this, good, I'm dribbling. They're honestly amazing. Like, my taste buds going wild right now. Not usually a fan of raspberries or even banana in my cream of rice, but this tastes incredible. Probably find it'll come around to the off season and I won't even enjoy it, but hopefully I will. So I'm going to finish off eating this. So that's the tan on and done. I'm just stood outside in the car park, just drying off a little bit more, just waiting for Ewan to turn up so that he can have a quick look over me. Just waiting to get my next meal in. But he's told me to hold fire for a little bit because he may well adjust food. So we'll see what the plan is after he's had a look over me. So he should be here literally any minute. And to be honest, like, having that tan done just then is probably the quickest I've ever had the tan on and done. Don't really know if you can see it very well. Got a bit of colour to me, so when he's had a look over me, chances are I'll probably get some pictures done, and I'm not going to show you any more from the last that I showed you. I'm going to keep the look now for show day, which is obviously tomorrow. Probably drop some pictures before I go on, so you can have a look and see how we're looking, and go from there. But when we get back to the Airbnb, I'll sort of take you through sort of like the meals and that sort of thing that I'll be getting in tonight, as I've still got 2 more to get in. I'm not entirely sure what the time is. I think it's just gone 6 maybe. Bit rude, train gone past. Yeah, I've still got 2 meals to get in, a small amount of water, probably another little bit of water going in tonight, I suppose, with the last couple of meals. But yeah, I'll catch up with you again when I get back to the Airbnb in a bit. So I'm just back at the Airbnb after meeting with you in Ultraflex. He had a quick look at us in the car park, which was fun. If you're a female, I recommend turning this off or muting it for a second. Was literally stood in Ultraflex car park with a sock, and that was literally it, because I didn't take any underwear with me. But he's had a look over me, he's happy. Just had my next meal, which was the same as what we had already originally planned, which was another 270 grams of rice, 80 grams raw weight chicken, which I think works out to about 60-ish grams, 65 grams. 2.5 grams of salt, went with an extra 0.5 gram of salt on that as well. 4 rice cakes and honey, which, you know, was actually quite nice, and I'm still really hungry. It is now 20 to 8, and Ewan's currently at Ultraflex training. He's then going to be coming around shortly to have another look over me. Then my last meal of the day will probably go in some point around 9-10 o'clock ish, which is a little bit late, but you know, needs must at this point. So I'm going to kind of leave it at that point, and I'm going to wrap up this peak here. And next time you'll see me will be tomorrow for show day. When that will be released, I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to try and get it out as soon as I can. It could be released on Sunday. It could be released sort of like first thing in the week, but I'll get around to doing that at some point, obviously depending on how things go tomorrow. But again, thank you very much for watching. I apologise if you found this boring. Just wanted to kind of take you along the ride with me, kind of carry on this series. And obviously it might come to a close tomorrow, depending on the result. But then again, it might carry on, obviously depending on what happens. So yeah, again, thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like the video, drop a comment, subscribe to my channel, and please share this. And yeah, I really appreciate your support. But I will catch you on the show day vlog.